Last night's Royal Rumble was somewhat of a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, especially the outcome of the Royal Rumble match. Not a lot of people were happy with Roman Reigns winning. A lot of people probably wanted to see Daniel Bryan or Dolph Ziggler or Dean Ambrose or Cesaro win, but they didn't really get what they wanted. They ended up getting the one guy that they really didn't want to see win. And of course, it had a really bad outcome for those that actually was in Philly and you practically heard the Philly crowd. Philly crowd really was not happy to see Roman Reigns win, and they had every right to voice their opinion. But sure, they practically had a right to be pissed, and I'm gonna say that. And I know when I saw on Twitter that a lot of people said that the fans were practically ruining the mood. I disagree with that. I kind of understand what you're saying. It's always great to be respectful, but they have every right to be pissed. This is the second time that WWE has done this. They did this with Daniel Bryan not even being in the Rumble last year, and they're doing it this year by having Daniel Bryan to be eliminated, as well as having a lot of people that should be the Royal Rumble winner than Roman Reigns to win. And once again, WWE has their decision. They ignore the fans, and even though the fans are paying the money to be entertained, they're still second rate. Their decisions, their opinions don't even matter, and they're giving them money. So that's pretty much what it is. They have every right to voice their opinion. They have every right to be pissed. But I don't think that they actually did ruin the event. What makes the event ruin is if you allow them to ruin it. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but it's true. If you actually did like the Royal Rumble, great. That's really great if you did, which means that the fans themselves did not ruin the overall effect for you. But if you allow them to affect your mood, then your mood's affected. And like I said, they had every right to be pissed. And actually, the Philly fans were pretty much civil, in my opinion, compared to what they could have done. They could have thrown nothing but trash in the ring. They could have, literally got in the ring. Well, I haven't really seen that. But they actually could have thrown trash in the ring, could have been really disrespectful, rude, and very loud. But no, I really consider that to be tame for Philly fans. They're very passionate fans because that's a wrestling town, just like Chicago is. And they have every right to be mad. I was really pissed when I saw that, and I had a feeling that they were going to do that, be stubborn and not listen to the fans, knowing that the fans really wanted to either see Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, Ziggler, or Daniel Bryan to win. Instead, you get a guy that's been out for 6 months, that we barely see, that we all know is not ready to even be a part of the main event, and it's completely unrealistic to have him go against Brock Lesnar. But what do? You actually have this guy that we don't want to see up there to be a part of the main event, and you're asking for our money. Yeah, like I said, the only way they can be affected and the only way these people can listen is if you stop giving them money and shut off the screens. And I really wouldn't be surprised that the screens will shut off after what happened. Now, I'm not even going to blame Roman Reigns at all. It's not his fault, and it's sad that this guy is new. He's new, and he should have his time to shine. He should have people like him. But then you got to remember, the same thing happened to Batista. When Batista actually came back, this guy was a beast. People liked Batista, and yeah, he was a heel when he left, but he actually did have some decent pops when he came back. But it was also about Daniel Bryan. People want to see Daniel Bryan come in. The times have changed. People are all behind Daniel Bryan. And when you brought Batista back, it's not really necessarily automatic because you already got a guy that people are already behind. You didn't put him in. What happened? You made Batista a heel. The same exact thing with Roman Reigns. You're making him be in a position to be a heel. Whether the guy's an anti-hero, I don't know what he is. I just know he's his own character. And instead of him being his own character, you're making him into a heel because people want to see those 5 guys succeed. They want to see them go on. Because honestly, in my humble opinion, it would have made more sense to have Daniel Bryan go up against Brock Lesnar because it's believable. And yes, everybody tries to do the whole David versus Goliath angle. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. But it will not work Roman Reigns versus Brock. Please. Roman Reigns can probably barely keep up with Brock, let alone be able to even hit the guy and knock him down. He doesn't have any moves to put anybody out, while Daniel Bryan has many submission holds, as well as many moves to knock him down without exerting his own energy. Plus, that he has the same fighting background as Brock Lesnar, so it would actually make more sense for them. And it would make more sense for Roman Reigns to be literally in a feud with The Rock since they're cousins. And it'll be a best way to put him over that way than him go up against the champion when he knows he's not ready. Even Stone Cold said he's not ready because he's not ready yet. He has time to literally learn a little bit more and actually get a little bit more advanced in his fighting skills. But right now, he just is not there yet. And instead of forcing him down our throats and putting him over way too fast, you should slow down and just at least let him get an idea of who he is. Let him advance a bit and let people get behind him. But instead, you're forcing him down our throats, you're pushing him forward, and you're not listening to the fans. I really am all for the Philly fans. They have every right to be pissed. They really, really do, in my opinion, especially if they pay for a ticket to see what they thought that they were going to see, and then they didn't really see it. Especially the fact that The Rock wasn't even in the Royal Rumble at all. He was just there as moral support. And as usual, he pulled a WrestleMania 27 by interfering in the match. Come on now. If you really believe that Roman Reigns was able to put himself over, why even interfere? Seriously, why? Either or, I really don't believe in what some of the people on Twitter said about them actually ruining the event, because it's up to you whether or not you allow these people to ruin the event or not. They had every right to have their frustration. And we all know, for people who do understand, who people have been to Philly and know people from Philly, we know how passionate they are. And they have every right to feel the way that they feel. That's personally how I see it. And the only way you can actually allow them to ruin the actual pay-per-view is if you actually allow them to ruin the pay-per-view. Seriously, if you liked it, great. If you didn't, that's fine too. But as for the overall picture, it was just flat out bad booking. Bad decisions on their part. Not listening to the fans as usual. That's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. It has nothing to do with Roman Reigns. It was not his fault. He was just booked badly. Now he's booked as a heel, and now unfortunately he's going to be booked as a heel, people. I'm just going to say it right now. He's going to be booked as a heel. He's going to turn on his fans, and he's going to go heel. I don't know how they're going to pull themselves out of this one, but it's going to be pretty interesting. It really, really, really is. But in my humble opinion, it was just bad booking. But like I said, you know, I really don't think they ruined it. Unfortunately, that was just a bad decision. But I want to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Leave a comment in the comment section below us and a video response on how you personally feel about the Royal Rumble, whether or not you feel that these guys actually did, the fans actually did ruin the overall feel for people watching at home as well as people being there. I want to hear your personal thoughts, as well as your overall feels towards Roman Reigns actually being the winner of the Royal Rumble and The Rock not being a part of it. I want to hear y'all's thoughts. It's Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.